as you went into Noah, right?
We'll bring out the precepts on now, just to mention.
No, I'll bring out the precept. And then we can go into that word too. And make sure the audio good. Shalom to the Hakim on the comment board. Alright.
Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahuwah, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to those that Akim. Let's preach the word in all truth and sincerity. So when you Hebrew Israelites here to preach the word of Yahuwah, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, here to prophesy America's downfall, which America, according to the Bible, is Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon. And we're here to, prophesy of Esau's destruction. This is his kingdom. It's Esau, the so-called white man is Esau Edom, according to the Bible. And the MOB, the mob, is the charagma, the implantable device that will go in either hands or your forehead, according to Revelation 13:16. That's a major prophecy. Along with our Lord Yahuwah making the second return, that's the main prophecies that we're waiting on, including Jacob's trouble. But as brothers know, see the title of the lesson, make this truth your main priority, man. Because Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah comes first before pleasures, man. And because we live in a world where everybody pleases their flesh. The scriptures talk about that there are lovers of their own selves rather than lovers of the Most High. So we're supposed to please us waking up to this truth. We're supposed to please Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah first and make by way of the works and make him our first priority. So priority. So the brothers gonna look at the word priority, and Lord willing to get into it, Lord willing to be edified.
Alright, this is a Google search. It says the fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important.
Yeah, and Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah is more important, man, because when all hell breaks loose, a lot of people's gonna seek the words of the Lord, man, but they're not gonna find it. And we're gonna go into an example of how one of our forefathers, Noah, how he pleased Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah first before his pleasures, man. We're gonna go into it.
To the Genesis 7.
It's like 8.
Alright, this is Genesis 8 and 20.
Now this is after Noah. This is after he got out from the ark.
It's in Genesis 8 and 20, and Noah built an ark unto Yahuwah, and took of every clean beast. Altar. Okay. And Noah built an altar unto Yahuwah, and took of every clean beast and every clean fowl, and ordered burnt offerings on the altar.
Yeah, so he took the clean animals and the clean fowls, and he sacrificed them to Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah. So that's the example of works.
It says, and Yahuwah smelled the sweet savor, and Yahuwah said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground anymore for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done.
Yeah, because the Lord has the elect, man. The Lord made a covenant that, he wasn't never going to flood the earth again.
Yeah.
So this is an example of the works before the pleasures. Now we're going to get to the pleasures part.
It says, 22, while the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter and day and night shall not cease.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it on 8.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and this is Genesis 10. No, Slaki, Genesis 9 and 20. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and was drunken and was uncovered within his tent.
Yeah, so that's the example of pleasures, man. He became a husbandman, which a husbandman is a farmer. Then he built a vineyard, man. And then he was happy because as Apostle Hart said one time, he was so happy the Most High delivered him that he, after he did all the work to please Yahuwah Shemon Shai, and he built the vineyard for himself, man. So that was an example of putting Yahuwah Shemon Shai first, making the Lord your first priority, rather than pleasing your flesh, man. Because at the end of the day, man, the Lord's gonna weigh everything in a balance, man. And when judgment comes, we want the Lord, we want to be balanced, be on the side of that balance of, at my servant, he did the best he can. He sacrificed certain things to please me, to worship, put me first, trusting in the word, trusting in prophecies, and not doing his own will, and not leading unto his own understanding, man.
I'm actually here. No, with John. Can I pull this precept real quick? All right, this is John 6:38. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me.
And that's Yahuwah Shai speaking, man. Because he came when he came on the scene 2,000 years ago in the Roman Empire, he came to do the will of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man, which was to lay down his life for the sheep. The Israelites started on with the elect, man. So the same for us. We were all called to shoot through the spirit and power of Yahuwah Shemon Shai, by way of our apostles when we heard the word. Now we have a job to do. Now we got to teach the word, a fish for the elect. Make our bodies a living sacrifice. Things that's pleasing unto the Lord, man, keeping, rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of our ability. Trying to live righteous in the wicked kingdom, man.
Now, I got something in Proverbs going into prioritizing the Lord or prioritizing the truth. This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahuwah with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Yeah, so that's what we're supposed to do. Trust in Yahuwah Shemon Shai with all our heart, which heart goes back to the Hebrew word lav, which means your mind, and not lean into our own understanding. Because we're supposed to lean unto the word, the prophecies for our understanding. Because that's the counsel of the Lord, and the counsel of the Lord is what makes us prosper, in a way,
All right. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Yeah, because we understand that the Lord controls all things. So by us knowing that, he directs our steps, he directs our steps, and he leads us to the path that we want to go. Because a man's goings is of the Lord, man.
Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahuwah and depart from evil.
Yeah, and what's the example of being wise in your own eyes? Want to do your own thing, which is really a way of Satanism. Exhorting your own platform rather than exalting your own platform instead of exalting the ways of Yahuwah Shemon Shai.
It says, it shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bone, which is life.
That's right. Because a lot of men don't take this truth serious, man. A lot of Israelite men in the faith. A lot of Israelite men in the faith that be at camps, be late, and they don't do the homework assignments, or they always got an excuse for something, man. When the Lord is requiring us to make more sacrifices as the day of our Lord Yahuwah Shai approaches, man. So we want to be on point to the best of our ability, because this is going to be the last time we're going to go out for the Lord, man. This is going to be the last time us, doing the work. So the scriptures talk about the elect. It's going to be written in the book of life, man. So would you want to go all out for the Lord, more works, so all the works can be written in the book of life that you did to please the Lord?
Yeah, because what might have slid last year or months ago, the time that as we increase, the scriptures about abounding. As we abound more and more, there's certain restrictions and certain, requirements that's going to be, required of you in the truth, Here it is, everything in this society, whether you got a job, whether you're dropping kids off at school, whether you're in the army, whether you're paying bills, all that deals with time, man. Being punctual, paying certain things on time, You can't be that individual where, it's the truth and bros got mercy and, you're just taking advantage of mercy, man. Because you're not taking advantage of us, you're taking advantage of the Most High. Like the bro was going into, you got to prioritize this truth. The brother Rob Mouth, the blood brother Rob Mouth, You know, he did a lesson going into, you know, you can't be soon defeated. You know, soon as something that's contrary to what you got going on come, it's, oh man, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. You know? Let me get a precept real quick. Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Proverbs 2:11. It said, discretion shall preserve thee.
Now, discretion is what? That's discernment. And that's very important to have, man, and it's true. You know, when brothers at camp talking about, look, man, you gotta, you know, discernment, man, discernment. That's not just for you to use at camp. This is to use in your daily walk. You know, what we're doing right now through the Spirit, we're exercising the fruits of the Spirit. And discernment is one of the chief fruits of the Spirit. Because the time that we entering into Jacob's trouble, you gotta be using discernment, man. You know?
Yeah. And brother's not gonna always be there to hold your hand all the time, man. Brother's not gonna always be there to babysit you. You know, the scripture talking about, you know, be a man, man. Remember yourselves as men.
Consider yourself, remember yourselves men.
And you gotta move with the flock of the camp. If all brothers has got this certain fruit of the Spirit, and you ain't got it, there's something wrong, man.
It says, understanding shall keep thee.
Understanding shall keep thee. What's the chief understanding? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Bible. It says discretion shall be what?
It says discretion shall preserve thee.
Preserve thee. Preserve is to keep you alive, man. Don't you want to stay alive in the truth? Don't you want? Because without this truth, you as a dead body laying in the street. You know, you want to be exercising discernment, and not just on camp day, not just when you on camera. You know, when you amongst your daily life, when you out here going to and fro on the earth, doing your daily shit, man. Discernment. The reason why the jails is packed out with northern and southern kingdom Israelites is because they lack discernment. They lack discretion. They lack understanding. Here it is. We supposed to be the light shining in this dark place. We supposed to have, you know, a different character build than these other people. You know how you playing the game? You got the character. You know, you build your character up. You got these special qualities. This nigga tall. He can dunk. He got the beard. He got the afro. Well, the Lord is have a special character build on us that sets us apart, which that's going into being holy, man. You can't be, I mean, of course, you know, you're going to have shortcomings. We understand that. But how long are you going to have those shortcomings? Especially if brothers is bringing it out.
Verse 12, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Who is the evil man? Esau, Edom. This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is supposed to deliver you out of the hands of Esau. You know, there's certain scripts like Matthew 5 and 25. Agree with thine adversaries when thou art in the way with him. That knowledge, wisdom, and understanding enables discretion. Alright? And that preserves you from the evil man. You know, us bucking up and, oh, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? What you pull me over for? You know Jake's done that and got their ass blown away right in front of their children. Girl over here, kid in the back, blood is splattered all over their ass, man.
I'm not saying, you know, the very spirit that Jake had with the cops, a lot of men have that same spirit of truth when they get rebuked, man.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, we got to humble down, and it applies to all of us. You know, we got to humble down and take the correction. You know? It says, deliver thee from the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things.
That's Esau, man. Esau is proud, man. He speaks forward things. This wisdom is supposed to deliver you from him. You know? And as we was mentioning, you know, it's about abounding.
1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, being steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, Yahuwah Shah.
It says always abounding. Not just, you know, putting on a, you know, an act. You gotta always be increasing, you know? You know, and it's, you know, your behavior, your character, you know?
Being punctual at camp.
You know, being punctual. You know, your lessons. How do you sound do you sound the same? Because I mean, you know, when you first come in, if you were to listen to your videos 5 years ago, you sound different. Am I right?
True.
So you sound, you know, more mature. You're edifying more. You know, you take your time to read the precepts. You're going into certain things. You're increasing. You know what I mean? You got to continue to have that in the faith, man. You know, and you can't be at camp fervent to talk about worldly shit, but then when we, you know, we going into, you know, scriptural matters, you're
getting it wrong and shit.
You looking around and shit, man. You know, when we talking about worldly shit, you got to be even more fervent with the truth. Just as you talking about these rappers and all that, be fervent talking about John the Baptist. You know, be fervent about, you know, certain prophets and men of the Lord that, you know, the Most High enabled them to serve Him.
It says, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Yeah, we're not doing this truth for nothing, man. You know, your call always quote a precept, for all profit there is a gain. How's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever you do, whether it's wickedness or righteousness, there's a profit.
This is Proverbs 14 and verse 23. In all labor there is profit.
All labor. So if you laboring in wickedness, it's a profit. You see these drug dealers, they drive around the best cars, live in the best houses. So they got certain profits. You don't think we have that in the truth? We're laboring for the King of the universe as our elders apostles, you know, going to.
And that's another thing. You know, we can't be dismayed at the delayed gratification that we have in this truth, man.
Yeah.
Because things sometimes don't go, you know, right off the map. You know, the Lord talks about being long suffering.
Yeah.
You know, and all the prophets, the ancient prophets that labor in the truth, they all have that same mindset that they were eventually going to get the reward in the end, man.
Yeah.
You know, see, we can't be, you know, deceived by the ways of this world because, you know, this person did something and they got it quick. You can't apply that same spirit in the truth, man. Which the Lord can bless you quickly, but for the most part, the Lord wants you to wait. The scripture says, wait ye upon Him.
You gotta have the spirit of the long-suffering husbandman.
Yeah.
He put the plants, he
Right.
put the seeds in there.
Yeah.
He water them and he step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he puts, you know, a little more sunlight come and, you know, a little more water and he step back and he wait.
Exactly.
Patience, the patience, long-suffering of the husbandman.
And you gotta really, like, when you reading the scriptures, you really gotta be, you gotta really understand them, man. You know?
You gotta pray for that
You
understanding.
know, yeah, exactly. You gotta pray for the understanding. But you know, we're not just reading chapters just to read them.
Nope.
You don't just read Isaiah 13 just because, you know, oh, I ain't got nothing to do, I'm just reading. You want to get the understanding. When you're going through the Proverbs, reading through the Proverbs, that's something that you should be doing every week.
Just on GP.
You know? The Proverbs, the Ecclesiasticus,
Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah.
You want to be reading that, man, because as you abound and increase, you get better understanding as you grow. You can't have that, oh, well, I already read
I already read that book.
I already read the Proverbs, the whole book when I came in.
Yeah.
And all I do is pull precepts out of it. No, you gotta go back and read the Proverbs.
That's
man.
a living document. Of course you do.
I got a precept, please. Oh, you got it.
It says, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury.
This Ecclesiasticus 11 and 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord.
Yep. Yeah, so everything comes from the Lord, man. You know, poverty and riches. Now we in a poverty estate right now. The scriptures call us the lowly. Not as in, you know, begging for change and stuff, but we're lowly, we've been humble.
Yeah.
You know? So we're laboring, and eventually the Lord will give us that rich estate in the kingdom, man. You know?
Yeah, and then you gotta also be examining yourself too. You know? Listen to your videos. You know, listen to how you bring it out. Can you learn from your own videos?
Teach thyself. Somewhere in the Bible.
I can find it. I know what you're talking about. wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. You got to pray to the Lord to give you good works. You got to pray for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You got to continue to pray for those things. You can't have that, I already prayed for that. No, you got to keep praying, man. You understand? Because, you know, when you watch the elders and apostles, elder apostles are, he on fire, man. It's hard to keep what elder apostles are. And that's a sign, man. That's a sign that the truth is getting more intense, it's more fervent. You know? You should want to have the spirit of, man, I gotta do better, I gotta do more. You know?
Because if you're in that spirit of complacency in the truth, that's a problem.
Or if you're in that spirit of, man, I'm just, all throughout the week I'm just hustling and I'm doing this and I'm, running over here, running over there, and then you half-assing on the truth. Like a part of abounding is come up with a schedule. Do you have a schedule? Look at the creations of the earth. Can we look at Job? Look at the animals they say teach. Wait, pull this precept and then we're gonna speak on it. Job 5.
This is Job 5 and
12, maybe 5, 12.
I think it's 12. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
This is Job 12 and verse 7. It says, "But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee."
So you can look at nature, and it can teach you certain things. Now, when you look at nature, part of the nature, you can add in the sun and the moon and all that. All that deals with schedules. There's mating season. There's an appointed time for mating. It's an appointed time where the sun rises and sets. You understand? Winter comes in at a certain time. Summer comes in at a certain time. And that stuff be on time. It ain't never been, man, summer, it's been winter for 7 months. Most High dragging his feet on spring. The Most High is late. The Most High is late with winter. In the morning, the chickens and shit, they whoop, they cooing and shit.
They crowing.
Mm-hmm. Birds in the morning. You hear the birds. You wake up early enough, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. You hearing birds and shit outside.
Whole tree full of them.
So nature teaches us that there's a such thing as a schedule. Do you have a schedule, or you just winging it every day? You just going with the flow every day. Or I get there when I get there. So look at nature. Nature teaches us schedule. Nature teaches us punctuality. And we know the Most High created all this. Why don't you have those characteristics in you? Wake up in the morning. Call on Yahuwah outside. The water kaya yakwakazah. Baba Car, man. Thank you for waking me up in the morning. Face the east. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash Hayah Shukah Yahweh. La Bafka Tabahawa Tzaka Hayah Shabbat Ramsa Wa Hayah Bashemayim, and then so on. Then okay, I need to put some work out. That's prioritizing. Get a Lord, put your first energy into the truth, man. That's going into prioritizing. Now, one might say, "Oh, well, shit, well, I gotta go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning." Well, wake up at 4. Wake up a little early and do it, man. Because if you put the Lord first, boom, you do a little 10, 15-minute video, boom, you get that out the way, works is done. Read 15 minutes, get to work 15 minutes early, read you a chapter, boom, you didn't knock the Most High out the way. All you're doing now is meditate, thinking of lessons to do tomorrow. Get you a schedule. Wait.
This is Sirach 35 and verse 10. "Give unto the Most High according as he hath enriched thee."
Yeah, the Lord has enriched you with what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Throw it back out. Throw it back out there. Throw it back out there in the world. And I got a precept for that too, boy.
It says, "And as thou hast gotten, give with the cheerful eye.
Yeah, you gotta be happy to do the lesson, happy to do the work. It shouldn't be, man, you know? But let a bitch call your phone. Let a bitch see some pictures of the titties, busting it open. You know? Now you fervent. Let a woman call you. Here it is, you live fucking far as fuck. She live far as fuck. She telling you to come over, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you'll bounce your ass up and go get that, man.
So,
You got something?
one more verse. Verse 11 says, "For the Lord recompenseth and will give thee 7 times as much."
Yeah, so you see other brothers, they, you know, certain things working out for other brothers. You know, Most High blessing other brothers' hands, and certain things working out for other brothers. Have you thought about, maybe it's because this brother fervent, you know? Maybe it's what he's doing that I don't see. Maybe he's, you know, he's constantly praying behind the scenes, you know? Shit, maybe he really, you know, he just really just got a zeal towards the Lord, and the Lord is recompensing him, you know? You gotta look at it like that. Now I got this here because the bro spoke about, you know, basically giving back. And this is the real charity right here, man. This is Proverbs 5:15. Drink waters out of thy own cisterns, and running waters out of thy own well. So a cistern is a reservoir, right? And there you would go. We're not going to Esau. We're not going to Elam. Esau, could you tell us about the prophecies? You know, you got to go to your own people to get the truth, right?
Not so happened.
You going to damn Ishmaelite, Arab, Elamite, you know, trying to get the breakdowns of the Bible. You got to drink waters out of your own well, man.
I would say also the right doctrine too.
Yeah, right. And the Lord leads you to that to the right doctrine, man. It says, let them be only thine and not strangers with thee. So this is not for the other nations, man. This is not for the heathen. This is not for anybody outside, you know, of this fold. It says, let thy fountains be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. It says, let her be as a loving hind in a pleasant robe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. So this is, you know, these parables for wisdom. This woman, you know, you want to be ravished with her love. You want to be taken by this, you know. And as it says here, let her breast satisfy thee. You know, milk the breast, suck on the breast. You know, scriptures speak about the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby. It says,
I'm gonna read it for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Go ahead and read 20 real quick. It's a lot of
Is that Proverbs 5:20?
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 5:20. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman?
This talking about other doctrines. Why would you be taking about other doctrines? You know, black culture, Mexican culture, the Baptist church, Christianity, hip-hop, being a Muslim. Yeah. Those are strange women.
It says, and embrace the bosom of a stranger.
Yeah, you cleaving into a strange philosophy. So you want to be down with this truth, you know? But it's the point I want to get in the 16th verse. It's like, did you get the 16th verse? I just skipped it.
Verse 16. It says, let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of waters in the streets.
So that's going into teaching, you know? So you get this wisdom, and now you got to let the rivers of waters to be dispersed in the streets. Now you got to come out here on the highways and the byways and teach. You understand? Because this, you got to make this truth a part of your daily routine, man. You know, just as if you had a girlfriend, which this woman is our wife, right? The wife of our youth. You know, if you got a girl, you make her your daily. If I'm talking about if she's your girl, not some little bimbo that you deal with every now and then. I'm talking about your girl. So you talk to her in the morning, hey, what's up, baby? Woo, woo, woo. You know, text messages and all that shit. You get involved with that woman. You understand? You can't make this truth a thing. Oh, well, I get involved with her on camp day. Oh, I'm busy right now, and you know, I deal with her 3-4 days from now. Oh, I've been working. You know? And we know that Babylon is finna be destroyed. Scripture speak about there shall be no work for the land of Egypt. So why are you going so hard for these fucking jobs, man? Let me get that real quick. You get your pursuit.
This is Sirach 35 and verse 7. The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable.
No, you read that like that.
It says, Sirach 35 and 7. The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable, and the memorial there shall never be forgotten.
So the sacrifice of a just man, that's talking about a man right now that's of the hopeful elect, man. Is what?
It says, the sacrifice of a just man is acceptable.
Acceptable. Not you working at your job. You putting in 10 hours at work. You a damn workhorse for these Edomites. That's most I don't give a damn about that. You know? This right here is acceptable. You understand? And then it says his memorial shall not be forgotten. Don't you want to be written in the book of life?
Right.
Oh man, you know, such and such, you know, he was always at camp. You know? He had a schedule, he put the Lord first, you know. You know, he didn't miss the discourse of the elders. You understand? He was a brother, the best he was, you know, best he can. He was charitable, best he can. He wasn't a burden to the camp. You know, he was added to the camp. You know?
Yeah, because it says the memorial there shall never be forgotten. Because these jobs that you put all your time and effort in, they'll forget about you, man.
Oh man.
You know?
They don't even know you, man. You a damn employee ID to these people, man. Oh, you talking about 7769? Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good cat. The Lord's not unrighteous to forget your works and labor and love, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is that work that you want to covet after to be, you know, because Jay can get these little punk ass little jobs and shit, be there on time, bright and early, you know. They know they being watched on camera. They out there performing.
Yeah, you good.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, because you know if he don't do what he say, he gonna what's it called? Dishonor be charging, man.
Jake
No.
respects Jake respects Esau, man. Let Esau pull him over, they pulling over. Let the judge tell him, look, you got to be at court on this day at that time, and it's some way out town somewhere. He's gonna be there. Why? Because he feared them damn Edomites. But then when bros say, hey, you gotta be at camp at this time, it's always some type of excuse. And you always blaming it on somebody else. It's always somebody else is the reason why you didn't make it to camp.
And that's the spirit of Edomite. You know, not taking accountable for your own actions. You blaming others for what happened to you, man. You know?
Yeah, they fear Esau.
Yeah.
Need to fear the Most High.
Yeah.
Proverbs 9 and 10 says, the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah, but like you say, let it be some big, you know, some big booty virgins at camp. And you got to be here by 3 o'clock. And if you ain't here, you ain't getting no virgin. You ain't getting one. Bros will be here bright and early, man.
Yep.
Where's that one scripture that says, the eyes of man? They feared the eyes of man.
Oh, yeah, but the Most High, ours is 10 times brighter than sun.
Sun.
Baruch, I think.
That's the Sirach. No, it's the Sirach for sure.
Yeah, fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the Most High loveth none.
Yeah.
But
And
him
you
that
can't look at
dwelleth
it
with
as the Lord speaking through
prophets.
the mouth of the prophets.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be pulling that precept, but then when it actually happened, you like, oh, that's man speaking. I mean, you know, you feeling some type of way. You know, let's put it like this: don't you want the Most High to be on time?
For you?
Don't you know when you call on the Lord? You know, you call on the Lord, it's like, I did this. when you call on the Lord, don't you want him to be fervent? Hurrying up, getting to you, sending the angels. Don't you have to be fervent? You ready. You want, when you pray into the Lord, whatever, trial and tribulation you're going through, you want the Lord to boom, right there. I got him because he was always on time for me. He was always apt to teach. Scripture speak about being apt to teach. That means you're ready. Go ahead, bro. Slide.
This is Sirach 23:19. It says, such a man only fears the eyes of men, and knoweth not the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah, the Lord, the angels are in every place beholding the good and the evil. The Lord's eyes, which is his angels, are 10 times bright as the sun. So nothing is hidden from them. This has a so everything is nothing is hid from the eyes of the Lord. Most High know your mind and all that. So like I said, some fear man, but what about an example of a side bitch? Here it is, you do all this, it's Monday, you get up, it's work, you go to work, lunchtime, you talk to your little chick. After work, it's, you at home, dinner time, playing with the little kitties and shit. Under Yahuwah and the apostles.
Judges of this place.
Judges.
Royal priesthood out here.
And we know any day soon, man, this shit is finna crumble.
Flip over.
And if you got you a woman and your woman is keeping you from doing the work, man, you're not a man of the Lord, man. Because soon as you lose your job, you lose your car, you lose your house, she gonna be sucking somebody else's dick, swallowing the nut, and bringing your baby over there to their house, man. Meanwhile, you done devoted your whole life to making sure she okay. Fuck these women, man. These women come and they go, man. Bros done been in the truth, then had many women back, many women. They done came and went. But guess what? Stayed. The truth, man.
The brothers that don't got women, hey, the Lord will give you all the women you want, man.
Yeah.
Even if brothers never had pussy.
Yeah.
The Lord won't get that to you, man.
Yeah.
So
much to where you running from it, man. Yeah. I mean, we got examples. Look at Job's wife. Job, everything, Most High took everything from Job. Yeah. And here it is, Job's wife, but you don't even name her.
They didn't even name her.
Right? Because women ain't important like that. But Satan got to working on her mind because the bet was, and they're gonna work on them heavier when you lose it all. And you can't satisfy women. That little date you took her on last Friday. And here it is, you over here putting in hella overtime. Oh man, I hope she likes it. The whole setup. Take this bitch out. She's on her phone at the dinner table the whole time. She don't accept your sacrifice, man.
That dude Will Smith did a big old extra birthday party for that girl Jada. Had parties, all kinds of shit. She said that's the most stupidest shit he ever did.
Yeah. But the Most High don't look at this as stupid. He look at this as righteousness, man. You got it, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might.
How do you love the Lord with all thy heart, all your mind, all your soul? You put this truth first, man. How do you put the truth first? When you out here in the world and you doing your 1 and your 2, you apply the wisdom of the Lord, man. Let me make sure I'm not stealing. Let me make sure I walk in wisdom to those that are without redeeming the time because of the days are evil. I'm not gonna have my woman entice me to go be at a church because that's what she's into. That's what, you applying the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord is how you put the Lord first.
This is 1 John 3:18. It says, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Yeah, so it's about putting in it's about putting in work. And while you're putting in that work, are you murmuring? Oh, got done. And it'd be more satisfying on your conscience. You know, versus you didn't put 8 hours in at work, and then after work, you know, that's when the demons is working on these women. You coming through, let's go have a drink. You know, you end up going to have a drink. Then you faded. Then it's like, damn, I didn't do nothing for the Lord yesterday. Then you look, look down, it's 4-5 days that went by. You know?
Me personally, I can't go that long without doing video.
Yeah.
Most 2 days.
You know? You can't be going especially with all the articles and stuff that's coming out, you can't be going 8 days without, you didn't get the Spirit didn't give you no title for no lesson. You know? You didn't see another brother video and was like, damn, I'm gonna go into that like he did. Scripture speak about a righteous man heareth the word and commend it and add thereon to it. You know? So you'll hear a brother do a video and be like, damn, I'm gonna use that same article and I'm gonna do a video on it. You ain't seen that within that time? So bros that be having the big gaps, that they got something else that's distracting their family, their brother, their sister. You know, the woman, my kids, man. Father and mother more than me is not worthy of me. Oh, you know what? I got this one.
Sirach 5:7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance." So you don't want to be putting off the Lord day by day, man. You know, because next thing you know, the Lord can take that spirit off of you.
Yeah.
You know, next thing you know, you'll be back in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it, like we were saying earlier, it's the spirit of Yahuwah Bashim Yahushua that's channeling through us. You know, don't think just because you can, you know, yeah, I know all these chapters by heart, breakdowns. Look, that don't mean nothing, man. It was men, and it's true. One come to mind, Yaradan. He knew he knew the whole Bible, back and forth. But the reports came out about him. You know, when he was hanging around, you know, the Atlanta camp, he didn't want to talk about the precepts. All he wanted to do was go to the strip club and sell shoes and shit. You know? But see, on camera, all you see is him being on fire. Oh, I wonder why he fell out. Every time I saw him on camera, he was fervent. But it was what he was doing outside of that. What are you doing during your week? So the Lord took all that away from him. You don't even hear about him. You don't even see him. You know, he didn't branch off and go do his own thing and got 2-3 readers for him. He ain't doing none of that from what we know. So the Lord just took it away from him. But this is Ecclesiastes 33 and 19. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest. Another word for power is influence. You know, on my chick, on my kids. You know, you giving them power over you when they influence you to knock you off, man. It says, and give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and now entreat for the same again. You know, they didn't influence you, and you didn't gave up, good shit. And now you want it back.
Okay. This is Matthew 10 and 37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me."
So that's just, to simplify that, is prioritize the Lord, man. That's what that means. That don't mean the actual hate thing.
Because your family, once you come in the truth, y'all gonna be at odds. You know, because they're in the world and they believe in the things of this world, the foolishness of this world. But you believe in the truth, the God, true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahuwah Shai. So by default, it's gonna be at odds, man. They're gonna be celebrating their birthday. They're gonna get mad at you because you wasn't there with them to celebrate their birthday, the woman's birthday, child's birthday. You know?
Yahuwah Shai did say he was coming with that spirit of division.
Yeah.
He said the mother against the stepdaughter and stuff like that. He said he's gonna do all that.
Yeah, so you shouldn't be feeling some type of way when you don't think now that you're in the truth, you don't mesh well with these people. Now let's go to the law real quick. Deuteronomy 13, if thy brother, because you're gonna coming in this truth, you're gonna have close relatives that's gonna try to have you to worship other gods.
Mm-hmm. It's Deuteronomy 13:6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter,
or thy son, or thy daughter, right? Close family members.
It says, or the wife of thy bosom,
your own woman,
or thy friend,
your boy, your best friend you grew up with, went to kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school.
It says, which is as thy own soul. Entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
So, you got a close relative that's trying to get you to worship another god. Now, that right there can come in many different forms. It can come in peer pressure, man. Oh, man, come on, man. This little weed ain't gonna do nothing to you. Didn't God made every herb yielding seed? Trying to get you to smoke. That's you worshiping another god, man. You understand? Your girl. Oh, I'm on my period. But I'm horny though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because a god, you got actual idols and gods and little teraphim false gods, right? But a god is a power or influence. Your wife can be influencing you to do sin. So what she is a god. She's a power. Your kid, daddy. I know you don't celebrate birthdays, but this is my quinceañera. The Northern Kingdom. This is my quinceañera. I really want you there. It's my only one. Everybody's gonna be there, but I want you to be there. You're like, oh man. Alright. Then you find yourself being at the damn quinceañera. You basically worshiping your damn kids, man. Versus your brother. He may be into Islam or something. Or he may just be a nigga of the world. Hey man, come on. Come to the we got the family reunion this 4th of July. Come through. Come on, they ain't seen you. Come through.
Your favorite cousin want to have you come to his church.
Yeah, because your favorite cousin wants you to come to his church because his daughter, right? His daughter's getting christened. And that's been, y'all been boys since y'all was, this big. And it really means the world for you to be there. And you like, man, I'm gonna just go, but I ain't gonna be there that long. I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna be in the back of the church. I ain't gonna be in the front. I'm gonna be in the back of the church. You go there, they talking about Jesus Christ, man. So-called white men.
And doing it in the name of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You in the temple of a false god, man. So let's read that again.
Deuteronomy 13 and verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, nor thou, nor thy fathers, namely other gods of the people which are round about you, nigh coming to thee, or far from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto them.
Agree. Don't give a damn who it is. You don't agree to that, man. And what you're doing is, when you don't agree to worshiping these other gods, what you're doing is you're prioritizing the Lord. You're prioritizing the truth. You're putting the Lord first.
It says, nor hearken unto him.
Nor listen. Hey man, get out of here, man. That's some wild shit you talking about. What? Why would I do that? You know, you saying words like that. Cause you know you gotta bring reality to it, you know?
It says, neither shall I pity him.
Don't feel bad. Yeah, no, you know, I'm not into, you know, going to churches and shit. I know that's your daughter, and I know we go way back, and this is her Christian, and you really want me to be there. But look, I'm not into that shit, man. And quite frankly, you shouldn't be in it either. You know? And if that means we can't be cool no more, oh fucking well.
Neither shalt thou spare.
You ain't sparing no feelings, no none of that shit, man. Your auntie hitting you up talking about some, oh, but God is love. I hear you're in a cult. You know, and this just, I saw one of your videos and it just sounds so hateful and God is love and my pastor. And look, man, duke the hell out of her, man. Hang up the phone.
I think what y'all was into is wicked.
Yeah. And we speaking from experience. Now, you ain't got to be some madman on the phone.
You gotta be a lion.
You wisdom, you know. But that's why Yahuwah Shai said, I do send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Wolves represents the ungodly, the sheep represents the righteous. So we're in the midst of them. And he further said, be thou wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So we use wisdom. You know, hey auntie, you know, I know, you know, unfortunately I'm not into that no more. You know, I can't do X, Y, and Z. Boom. I won't be at the family reunion. Boom. Hang up the phone. You know? But the scriptures, when you deal with the law, it makes you a man, and it makes you to stand up for integrity and have fortitude, man, and not be insensitive. Yahuwah Shai was austere because he was rebuking. Because what those scribes and Pharisees was coming with, that was like another lifestyle. You know? Basically like another God, man. You know?
It says, neither shalt thou conceal him.
Conceal, hide him. You know, because you know, you may have a, you know, you and your cousin, you know, because scriptures speak about one of a city, two of a family, you and your cousin may come in the truth. But, you know, your other cousin is enticing you to do this and that. All right, you got to tell your cousin that's in the truth, hey man, you know, such and such called me, and you know, don't have no dealings with that. So you may have to tell another family member, like, look, man, you got to watch him, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, verse 9, it says, but thou shalt surely kill him. Thy hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people.
Now, obviously, we're not putting nobody to death. But what we do is we spiritually put these relationships to death. We bury these relationships. You know? You cut them off. You don't deal with them no more. They dead to you. You know? And hey, a lot of brothers in the truth will have the same, say the same statement. They will say certain people that have to cut off, man. Certain people I came in the truth. I couldn't hang out with my best friend because all he did was smoke all day. You know? He was fucking around with people, wives, you know? All he was into was just going out, partying. So I had to cut him off. He's dead to me. So you're gonna have to cut people off, man. And that's prioritizing the truth, because those people can be stumbling blocks. They can be bad influences. They can influence you. We just read it. If thy brother, thy son, thy wife, you know, talk to you secretly to worship these other gods.
I got a scripture to back you up real quick if I can. This is 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, so these people, they're of the world. They're worldly.
Yeah.
So you can't have love for them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can love them from a distance, you know. Oh, okay, hey, you know, hey. They say hey or whatever if you do see them, but you don't have love for them as you would for the brotherhood.
The law teaches us not to. That right there, when we read, God teaches that The law teaches us not to show respect to persons, man.
Yeah.
You know? And you can't be in the truth because your brother is in the truth.
Yeah.
You know? The scripture says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. You know? Like me and him as brothers.
Yeah.
I'm not in the truth because of him. You know?
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know? I'm in the truth because ultimately Yahuwah Shimon Shai want me to be in truth. You know, through fear, you know, that the Lord could destroy me, man.
Yeah.
Of course, exalting the name of Yahuwah Shimon Shai, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, bro. Because you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know, this is a brotherhood, but you also got to be selfish because it's about your relationship with the Lord. You feel me? So it is balance. Yeah, and Scripture speak about follow not a multitude to do evil. So there's times where you got to be selfish.
right.
Oh, all you niggas going over there doing now, that's cool. I'm doing this.
This is Exodus 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline as many to rest judgment.
Yeah, so you can't be following the multitude to do evil because anything that have a large following, 9 times out of 10, it shit is evil, man. It's a wide gate.
The wide gate.
Lord deals with, when you read the scripts, Lord deals with small numbers. You know?
He deals with narrow entrances.
Yeah.
Not a whole bunch of people bum rushing through there at one time. Just
Right.
narrow entrance, one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Lord, he care about quality more than quantity. That's what the world pushes quantity to make it seem like it's a great, magnificent thing. But now the Lord deals with quantity, man. Quality, which is the elect. You know?
Smith, you hear her? She said, y'all motherfucking niggas ain't doing nothing. That was an evil spirit on her.
Yeah. And that's another thing. And it's true, we're gonna be at odds with people. You know? That's past I don't know how it's always that's passing by you.
Because the spirits know you.
A lot of people gonna be look at you weird, they're gonna laugh at you. Like you said, this truth teaches you to be a man. Hey, best believe they was laughing at our forefather Noah.
Yeah.
But guess what? When he got in that ark and the Lord shut the ark, him and his family and all the animals, the clean and non-clean animals, they was banging on that door, man. They was wishing they heard the word of the Lord again. You know?
And they laughed at Lot. I got an example. This is Genesis 19. Start at 12. And the men said unto Lot, these men are the angels. Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out in a place? Because what was finna happen was, the Lord was finna rain fire and brimstone upon Sodom, Gomorrah, and 3 other cities. So the angels came to Lot like, look, you got any sons-in-laws, anything else, anybody outside of this house? Because when you go into this whole story, Abraham was making a petition unto the Lord. If you find 50 righteous, which is not, destroyed. He kept going back and forth with the Lord because he knew that his nephew Lot was over there. And he had a family, and he had certain servants that he loved dwelling there, and he didn't want that, them to get destroyed. So here come the angels, come to Lot, like, all right, Lot, but you know anybody else? You got anybody else that want to come with you? So that's where we at right here. It says, verse 13, for we will destroy this place because of the cry of them is waxing great, but for the face of the Lord. Not cry as if they was down there just making a whole bunch of noise, but the attitude that was going on. The outcry. What the hell they was doing. They came up to the Lord. Because like when the brother read it, the eyes of the Lord is 10 times bright as a sun beholding the
Evil
ways
and
of man. So the angels are seeing everything, and they go back and get a report unto the Lord.
And you know how Jake is, they known for spreading information out quick.
Yep.
So they be like, dang, you heard about Sodom? Well, I heard.
Send us information and does what? You go run to his sons-in-law and prophesy to them. Remember, Lot was just. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. Lot prophesied to these guys. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. So he looked foolish. So they looked at him like, this finna what? This place finna what? Destroyed. Who told you that? Angels. Alright, man. Alright. I'll tell you, I'll let your daughters know you came by. You know? Go ahead.
The scriptures call us the fools for Yahuwah.
Yeah.
It look foolish to the side of these people that's not privy to this knowledge, man.
Verse 15, and when the morning arose, then the angel hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And that's pretty much the point, you know. So, you know, Lot, he got his daughters, his wife, and got up out of there, man. But the men, you know, he tried to go to his sons-in-law and tell them what was going to happen, prophesying to them, and he seen as one that mocked. Probably thought he was off the wine, or Uncle Lot. You know, I mean not Uncle Lot, but you know, stepdad. I mean, father-in-law Lot. There you go, tripping again. So people that you have close relationships with, when the spirit come upon you, they look at you weird, man.
They laughed at Yahuwah too.
Yep.
And he held that
That's
my
because-
daughter-in-law.
It's like that.
My daughter.
Where's that? I'll read it for you, bro.
It's Luke 8, 53.
This is Luke 8.
So the scriptures are telling us we're gonna be laughed at, man.
Yep.
You know, even if you are, even in this world, if you make it in this society, niggas laugh at you before you make it. You know,
I'm wearing my shit.
like
Yeah, it's 53. I was trying to get the whole, point of it.
yeah, you know. Sorry for it now.
Yeah, for that. Luke 8 and 49. While he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying to him, Thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master.
Yeah, so the ruler of the synagogue's house, this is an Israelite. It had to be Israelite because remember the Lord even said himself, he came not only but for the lost sheep
To the house of
of the
Israel.
house of Israel.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna heal no heathens, on the Israelites.
But when Yahuwah heard it, he answered him, saying, Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. You know, we can't fear it not. We can't fear the you know, the imaginations of these people, man, that wickedly imagine against us. You know, we gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
51. And when he came into the house, he suffered no man to go in, save Peter, James, and John, and the father and the mother of the maiden.
Yeah, because those are 3 heads of the church. You know, starting with Peter, that was like the Lord Yahuwah's inner circle.
Yeah.
You know, because he was cool with the other disciples, but them 3 was the heads. Starting with Peter.
And it was also at the Mount of Transfiguration, and when the Lord went in Garden of Gethsemane. Yep. So they was there at very important times in Yahuwah's life. Verse 52, and all wept and bewailed her, but he said, Weep not, she is not dead, but sleep. And they laughed him to scorn.
So they laugh at my Lord Yahuwah. Because these were wicked Jakes that was laughing, that didn't believe. You know? All right, you know how Jake be instigators, them type of dudes. You know?
You know, you may be around your family or whatever, you may drop a jewel, you know? You may drop, you know, reincarnation jewel. And then these motherfuckers are straight laugh at you. They'll laugh you to scorn. So you don't need to be around them, man. And the word is in us through the Spirit. So it's gonna be a jewel that come out at some point in time, man. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't hide it. The light that's set on the hill cannot be hid.
There's been times when I was talking to people at work and I said, drop the jewel, they don't say them.
Yeah.
You know?
And like John the First chapter, the light shineth in the darkness, man. So, you know, you can be around your family, you know, but you know, the truth is gonna come out at one point. I mean, you're not gonna teach them the whole truth because Scripture speak about cast not your pearls before the swine, lest they trample them and turn around and rend you. So, you know, you got to know who to get his truth out to. But the point is, this truth is in us. So, jewels is gonna come out.
But we also got to remember that a prophet is never without honor, except for in his own home.
Yeah. So 53 again in Luke 8. And they laughed him to scorn, knowing that she was dead.
They laugh at the Lord. And we the ambassadors of the Lord today, so they're going to laugh at us.
Yeah, we represent Yahuwah. So the servant is not greater than his Lord.
This is John 1:5. It says, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehendeth it not.
Darkness represents these people in the world. You know?
I was thinking of what you just said. When you speak of Jews, they can't comprehend it because they're in darkness.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, because, you know, the God of this world has blindness which believes not.
Now, darkness represents ignorance, wickedness, sin, obscurity. You know, their heart has gone too far in this world, so they can't comprehend the Most High.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just best to not even be around them, man. Because if you do, you gotta super suppress and quench your spirit. You know,
you be vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get off the wine or the strong drink, because like the brother said, if not, you're gonna be vexed with the filthy conversation with the world. You know, because drink make you merry, so you probably just want to laugh and hear a little joke around. You know, because if you over there super sober and you
Yeah, you be saying like, I should never can, I should stay at home. We might try to give you some rib tips.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't eat pork anymore, huh?
Just try one. The seasoning on there, man. Ooh.
The turkey is done. Will be almost done in 45 minutes.
We can't be like that prophet during the time of it was during the Kings with Jeroboam.
Yeah.
And basically it was another prophet. He lied to him. You know, because the Lord told that prophet to don't stay in the city, but leave.
Oh yeah.
But it was a guy. He was a former prophet. He lied to that prophet, and then that prophet that was lied to, he ended up getting slew by a lion. You know. All right, peace.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 6:17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
So this truth tells us to be separate, to be holy, right? So in the eyes of the people of the world, you will be looked at as weird. And when it says holy, that don't mean you got the white mitre on, you wearing all white
Down to the foot.
You know, you got that walk around them, and you sitting down at the table, and you telling people don't touch you. It starts with the mind. You know, you're gonna have to going around your family. You're gonna have to decline a lot of shit, a lot of stuff, and rebuke. You know, in your mind.
Man.
That's why you only gotta you in, you out. because you know it's balanced. You know, you got some brothers that just cut certain relationships off, right? But then you got some brothers, you know, they may live with family, so they got to deal, you know, a certain way.
It says verse 15 says, I said 14, 2 Corinthians 16:14. It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship would have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness?"
Yeah, so what are y'all gonna really talk about? What are y'all gonna talk about? I mean, once you get past the, oh, how you been? Oh, you still working over there? Oh, okay, you still working? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you moved? Oh, that's right. Yeah, man, same old. I'm still working down there at the plant. Yeah, they cool. After that, what are y'all gonna talk about?
Probably a certain great dignity. So
I mean, you may
pretty much
watch the game. You probably know some shit about the game or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It says in verse 15, "And what concord have Yahuwah with Belial, or what part have he that believeth with an infidel?"
Non-believer, you know? Now, you know what balance, because you know it's saying false balance is an abomination to the Lord, right? So there is instances where you have certain relationships with people of the world. So, you know, the Spirit will have you navigate the way you need to navigate, you know? Like Apostle Tar say, you may know somebody that's a mechanic, or a tow guy, you know, whatever, you know? So you know how to, you know, deal with it, but for the most part, you're not having intimate relationships with people of the world. Now, the only one you can have a relationship with is the unbelieving wife. I'm actually get that.
Yeah, because Apostle Paul said, you know, be how does it get First Corinthians 7. 1 Corinthians 7, it says 7:31. It says, "And they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away." So, you know, we just use the world for its benefits, but we don't abuse it. So we may have certain friends that, you know, in the world that we talk to just to, you know, deal with balance of faith. You know, like some brothers might play sports, some brothers might have sport friends that play basketball. And they use that, they use friends of the world for that. You know? But they don't hang out with them after, you know. Like how you don't hang out with them how you will with the brothers of the faith.
You may have like gym, you may be in the gym or whatever. All right, 1 Corinthians 7:14, it says, "For the unbelieving husband,"
Oh, it's just right.
by the wife.
Yeah, it says it.
Yeah,
Wife.
14. "For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they're holy." So, two sides. You may be in the truth, but your girl not. Now, if you endured to the end, and you know she was doing right by you, meaning she wasn't like committing adultery and just being a demon, you pray that the Lord, you know, can save her. She'll be safe. And vice versa with a woman that's in the truth and her husband not. Now, her husband not some nigga with dreads that be at the gas station and shit all day, selling nickels and dimes, you know. He see his wife changed. You know, she ain't all out there on the party scene no more. She done learn how to cook. And, you know, she know how to be submissive. And she, you know, the husband see that and be like, oh, that truth taught you that? Okay. You know, send me a video. He started watching the videos and he ended up coming to the truth. You feel me? So that's how that works. But the Lord ain't delivering no nigga that's, like I said, with dreads and black ass lips. All he do is drink lean and
smoke cigarettes
and sell drugs at a gas station, man. You know? That nigga's not sanctified. Feel me?
It's an example of an unbelieving husband and a sanctified wife. Timothy, Timothy father-in-law.
Acts 18, 16.
And his mother and grandmother believed in the Lord, but his father was a Greek. He was an Israelite, but he followed the Greek customs. You know, he may have been, as Apostle always say, he may have been a Jake in the military or something.
Yeah. This is Acts 16 and 1. It says, then came he to Derbe and Lystra, which is Asia Minor.
And just for background, Luke, which was a physician, he was a physician and he was a disciple of Apostle Paul. He wrote the book of Luke, book of Acts and Luke.
Yeah.
This is a fun fact.
No. Truthful fact. And behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewess, and believed, but his father was a Greek.
Yeah. Don't mean he was a white man. You know, even though they are Israelites, they are so-called white.
Meaning Hellenista.
Yeah, but he was an Israelite that followed Greek customs. You know, the man had a bald head, shaving face, togas,
Yeah.
you know, tattoos, you know.
Served in the military.
Yeah, but he was an Israelite, you know.
Yeah.
Because Apostle Paul condemned the Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when that man of sin shall be revealed. Why would he go and teach with an Edomite? You know?
Yeah. Her husband, Timothy's mother's husband, or Timothy's father, he was a guy that was in that Greco-Roman lifestyle, this world.
Just like the son of Zebedee's father. He owned the boat.
Oh yeah, he probably was a hustler.
He probably had hella money. When they put James and John see you outside, they were like, I'm sorry, Pop.
Look, Timothy's father was probably like a Carl's Winslow.
Police.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He was like a Carl Winslow. That type.
Family matter.
What's that dude, that father from Good Times?
John Amos.
Yeah.
James Evans.
You know? Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was just a working man.
Yeah.
You know, just he was just a Greek. And we see him all the time.
Huh.
See Greeks all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they do the weekly routine. At night they come home, they open a beer, they watch that TV, the sports game, their favorite show, whatever.
He was
American Idol,
going to
whatever.
the gladiatorial events every Friday night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, going back to the title of this lesson, you gotta prioritize the truth, man. You know, because we were saying earlier, we get Isaiah 19, there shall be no work in Egypt. You know, because it's gonna come a time where this whole infrastructure and everything that you see that's, you know, somewhat look like business as usual, this shit is gonna turn around drastically. You know, we hear about the famine, the pestilence, you know, and how, you know, the goods and services, you know, at these stores is gonna be scarce.
Cost of living going up.
Cost of living is going up. You know, these new variants is coming. You know, you're hearing about all these different things. Gonna come a time where it's gonna be, you know, like I say, a woman in travail. You know, them labor contractions is gonna start coming more frequent. You know, which, you know, represents Jacob's trouble. You know, and part of Jacob's trouble is people gonna be losing their jobs and their mind.
And people are already stressed with this pandemic, so that's putting more, you know, anger in them. You know.
I see it too. I was at the grocery store. I told y'all bros last night. It was a big Jake, you know. I asked him, hey, can, you know, he had chocolate cross. I was like, can I get one? He was like, no, I'll get one from over there. And I was like, yeah, all right, thanks, bro. You know, because I know Jake is just fed the fuck up with these jobs, man.
But that's divine wisdom. That piece of be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Because if you would have flipped out, you probably would have gotten to a potential fight. Argument.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
This Isaiah 19 and 15 said, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail of brash or rush may do.
Yeah, rich is all gonna not have jobs, man. And Egypt was talking about the spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, man. So job is gonna be taken away. You know, and scripture speak about the daily bread, man.
Yep.
You know, you bust your ass, I gotta work all this overtime. Scripture speak about, can we get that in the bar? A man, Zerubbabel was going into it.
Which one is it?
Second, Esdras 4. Is
Yeah.
it second Esdras 4? Or first Esdras 4?
What you say?
A man go over sea and
Yes.
heal for his
First
girl and bring it all
First
to his
Esdras
love.
4. Yeah, because, you know, we're not living in times that we used to, you know, a couple years ago.
Times
Go,
change.
go grocery shopping, buy the whole basket be full. Now, like you said, we just buy things that's sufficient for us for 1 or 2 days. Then we go right back to the store because also people was robbing people too.
Yeah, you don't want to be going out the store and you got the biggest baskets and you pushing it to the car. And them jack boys, they looking at you.
Yeah, follow home robberies.
Yeah. And then one of them cats over there like, oh, I know him, man. He's staying in my apartments over there. My cousin stay over there where he live at. You know? I know exactly where he live at. Trying to go over there. Fuck, he ain't my homeboy. Crazy scenarios, man, is gonna be coming.
First Esdras 4 and 2.
4 and 2?
Yeah. No.
He's like in like the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Where you talk about the woman?
Yeah.
Man travel over sea and land and bring it back to his love, something like that. And a man going out of his wits for women.
Okay. 23.
Yes.
Naive.
Oh yeah. Sorry, 22 Baba Kashah,
There you
yeah.
go. First Esdras 4 and 22.
Now a little background, yeah, Zerubbabel and 2 other men,
Yeah.
you know, it was basically a bet who could come up with the wisest saying.
The wager.
And at the time, it was, I want to say Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Yeah, I think that was Darius.
Darius, okay, sorry, yeah, Darius. You know, he was gonna give a reward to one of the men that come up with his wisest sentence, and he will put a chain on him and call him cousin. You know, which is like a good position to have.
This is First Esdras chapter 4, verse 22. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?
Because the reason why Jake working all these hours is to give all to his woman. Man.
And they were saying that back then. Woman had dominion over you.
Man.
So how much more in these times? Man.
And see, this wisdom is supposed to enlighten us. So now we know, like, damn, women is very, like, they do got power in this society. So I need to check my spirit. I need to make sure I'm not laboring, doing all this shit, all to bring forth to this woman. You know? Fuck this bitch.
Verse 23.
It's like, because the woman have her duties, and she's supposed to please you more than you please her.
Yeah.
Verse 23. Yeah, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers.
Hey, that's what these trap niggas be doing. They doing all that shit to get a damn ran through ass woman, man. And that also goes into how Jacob put himself in dangerous situations to satisfy a woman, man.
We were just speaking on earlier how, you know, if woman was out here, you know, men would be on time for this.
They'll figure it out.
Verse Esdras 4 and 24. And looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he has stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth to his love.
So a man would do the most for a woman. He facing hella adversity.
Lions and shit, darkness.
Darkness and lions and
He
shit.
done stole, spoiled, and robbed.
He doing house licks,
Man, he doing
robbing
stuff.
banks. All this to be, oh look babe, look what I got.
That's
Doing
true, though.
all that shit for these women, man.
Wherefore, verse 25, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother.
Yeah, man, get a woman, say the hell with my parents.
You know?
I mean, a woman.
Verse 26, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
Yeah, a lot of men and lost their damn mind. They lost all their integrity, their little morals they had. You know, before you get the woman, you know, you probably hear them saying, these bitches ain't shit. Fuck these hoes.
No.
These women ain't nothing. You hear me? These women ain't shit. Then you get a woman. Oh yeah, babe. Babe. You know,
Okay.
everything. I gotta tell my girl real quick. Gotta run it past my girl.
Let me ask my girl first.
Let me ask my girl. Yo, bro's going out after count. Hold on. Let me call my girl and see what she's doing. Let me call my girl. See if she's okay with that. So you lose your wits, man. You lose your edge.
Verse 26, I'll go back to that. Yeah, many there be that run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
So you start doing everything for her. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know, you can say, yeah, I'm grinding out here getting this money. You can fool eyes. You know, like the brother when it such as one that fear the eyes of man. You know, so a man that say, yeah, I'm sorry, grinding, I'm hustling. You know, making this money, putting in that work. When he really just doing it for his girl. You know?
Get them edge ups.
Yeah.
Nice designer clothes.
you shaving beards.
Most expensive cologne.
Then it say a man go over lying in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You got some Jakes? You know, because a lot of beautiful women be living in the hood. Jake could go to that dangerous neighborhood and pick that bitch up.
Yo, he came to see you. Yeah.
That lion come out, he's wrong.
Yeah.
In the dark. Woo. You know?
And it niggas going to neighborhoods like on training day.
Man. Yeah.
The type of neighborhood.
Oh yeah, that's the jungles. Yeah.
Yeah, the jungles, word up.
Yeah.
Verse 27, many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women.
Perish, man. These women be setting niggas up.
Yep.
You know?
Man.
All at the club. You know? Somebody, you know, knock his, you know, because you know, you at the club. You know, you won't get, you know, motherfuckers gonna bump into you, step on your shoes, spill your drink. Shit like that happens at the club. There's so many people. Somebody knock this girl drink out her hand, spill all on her dress, titties and shit. You know, these women, they just clamorous. So, in order for him to show that he's a protector and he don't play that shit, he stepped to him. Hey, wait, hold on, man. That's my girl, man.
You got to do the Will Smith.
Yeah, he gonna slap the shit out of this guy. He leaves the club and he's in the parking lot. This dude pulls out a rifle.
He done
kills
popped the
this
trunk on
motherfucker,
him,
man.
He done popped the trunk on that bitch ass.
Popped the trunk on him and murders him over this damn woman, man. He perished over a woman. Mm-hmm. Then when he dies, she'll wear the RP shirt for a couple weeks, whatever. She's back at that club with some new guy.
Yeah, man.
You know? So, don't be running out of your wits for these women, man. And bro's a speaker from experience. You know? Perish and sin for women. Like we said, Jake can go rob us a little corner, little quickie mark, man. I know they got about $300 shit. Valentine's Day coming up.
He risking to go to jail just to get his woman a gift for Valentine's.
And then he gets her this gift. She's like, that's it? That's all you got me? And this nigga went over the sea and the mountains and
face lions and shit.
Lions in darkness and all this shit. You know?
Hey, Zura, bro, he was speaking on it.
Yeah.
And they was like, damn, I think
yeah, he won that competition too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because you can't go against that, man.
But that proves the value of an Israelite man to have this truth.
Yeah.
Because he was a high value man. He was King David.
Wisdom makes you a high value man, not some job.
Yeah.
All right? Not some fucking job. And a damn tuxedo. That don't make you no high value man, clean shaven and throwing cologne and watches and shit, man. This truth make you a high value man. I'm gonna get the high value man precept.
Yeah, I got one too. Ecclesiastes 9:16. Then said, all right, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. So the scriptures say wisdom is better than strength. You know? Way better than having these jobs and shit. Because when all hell break loose, you don't have the wisdom to keep you stable. You know? Have the faith.
This Ecclesiastes 25:10, a high value man precept. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord.
So ain't nothing above those that fear the Lord, which are the elect, man.
And that makes us what? High value men.
Precious sons of Zion.
Careful to find gold.
Yep.
But this nigga Kevin Samuels, which you get good little points here and there, when you watch his content, whatever. But I thought this one was rolling up on this. But his whole gauge is you gotta make this money, and you gotta be recognized. You gotta be recognized by other men that make this amount of money. You gotta have property and all this shit. That's not. We know that all this shit is finna be. In order for you to maintain, you gotta pay for it. In order for you to maintain the riches and the property and the high value man, worldly status, you're gonna have to have that device in your hand, man. You're gonna have to have that technology in your hand.
Yeah. That's why,
Bought it this week.
And for those that overcame women, man, hey, commend you brothers, man. I overcame women, and the average man would have flipped out, went to jail or in prison or dead.
Oh, man, yeah.
So.
But all this wisdom, man's gone crazy.
This is Micah 4:8. It says, O thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion. Unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem.
It says the tower of the flock, which is the prophets, the apostles and prophets. The tower of the flock, meaning those are the men that's on a high level. So, we're the high value men. We're the high value men.
We always gotta remind ourselves that too, man.
Yeah.
You see these jakes. That's why the scripture says, "Be not envious with the workers of iniquity," because you may see these jakes prospering. These celebrities, the baby, all these niggas, they got all the women and shit. But hey, the Lord said He gonna cut them down like grass, man.
Look, the baby, these celebrities, Kevin Samuels, they covenant with death will be disowned.
Yeah.
Esau ain't gonna help them niggas out.
So if women, brothers that can't get women, women look at you, they think you ugly. So what? That means they not for you.
Man, half of these women, bro. Half of these women, bro. Once that glue wear off from lace front wigs, and they peel that shit back, they got bald spots, gray hair.
Yeah.
Once they smear off that makeup, they got black heads, black spots, rings around their eyes,
razor bumps,
peach fuzz.
Yeah, little facial hair.
Once they come up out of that girdle, and they come up out of that shit, gravity takes a toll on their body. And then you find out these women is wine bibbers. All they do is sit up and gossip on the phone. All you hear is them opening up bottles of wine, red wine too. They drinking tequila. They taking more shots than you. Then they have the lowest self-esteem. That's why they have to have so many likes. Because there's nothing that they can convince themselves. There's nothing they can think that can convince themselves that they're beautiful.
Of their worth.
All these women demand all this attention.
Yeah.
know, like for real, like it's like a demon.
Yes.
It's a demon on them, man. You know, like you said, but that's low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And all these women are low-value women. They all wear the same thing, tights, corsets.
They all look the same, man.
Yep.
When you look at these women, they all look the same. They all got the wig. They all got the makeup.
Fake eyelashes.
It's a type.
Yeah.
You know?
So with the men, you're not gonna find the average man, the Lord. You're not gonna find him.
Yeah. Let me get the precept to back you up. Small dust, which gold cometh up.
We like that, like these niggas bro that's wearing hair paint on their hair to make it seem like they got all their hair. They color in their beard to hide the grays.
They actually, what they doing now, they dyeing their beard different colors. Second Ezra 8:1, and he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, the world to come for few, man. We try to elect. We try to be help son. So this world right now is for many, because many prosper in this world.
Yeah.
The wicked prosper.
Blasphemers, boasters, proud.
Blasphemers, boasters, proud. Haters of the Most High.
Lovers of the only Son. Verse 2, I will tell the similitude edges, as when thou passest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that cometh even so is the course of this present world.
So that mold represents the 2/3 of Israel. And all these heathens. It's not the truth, man. You know? And what you do with mold, you destroy it. So it won't contaminate everything in your house. So that's what the Lord gonna do with the lake of fire. He's gonna destroy that great sacrifice in Basel, America. He's gonna destroy all of it, man. All at once. You know?
The little gold, that's talking about the elect, man.
Yeah.
Because if you looking through some rubbish and you find a little gold, that's precious right there.
Yeah.
That ain't like none of that rubbish. Believe me.
We talk about one grape with a cluster.
Yeah.
And that's spiritual because whenever people do find gold, it's always dirty. You know?
Yeah, they gotta clean it up.
Yeah. Purify it.
There be many created, but a few shall be saved. So the men that saved, which there is women and children that are part of the elect, but the Lord deals with order, so the man is first. So that man is a high value man. There be many created, but a few shall be saved. So answered I and said,
Yeah,
swallow
a lot
it.
of people are created in vain.
They was just created here to get destroyed, you know? Like
Lord
Apostle Rakal said, a lot of these kids that's coming out, just a bunch of degenerates. GMO babies just ready to get destroyed.
And I be right about how to get the gold, you usually got to sift gold out of some dirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold is highly valuable.
Yeah.
You don't find that easy.
Yeah.
Gold on tarnish, it's a light conductor.
Yeah.
You know? That's why niggas be wanting to rob other niggas.
Yeah.
You know?
Gold conducts energy. So you see what Esau did when he found out it was gold over here.
Yeah. It just draws negativity to you.
It just drew his ass over here, man. Back to back, he kept coming over here too.
Man, kept him out.
He was slaving in time when Indians, the Ephraimites, you know, cutting off their hands if they didn't get a certain amount of gold.
And Esau, you know, when they would trade with the Tainos, they was bringing little bullshit from Spain, like
Trinkets.
Oh, I got this, you know.
But Jay got deceived by it because he never seen it.
Yeah, you got something like that. You know, Esau came with little bitty trinkets and shit. Then here go Jake, he bringing big gold. I was looking at that shit like, what do I do with this?
You see by their garments, their clothing,
Yeah,
swords,
the boats. You know, that was deceived by that shit.
They thought they was the real angels.
Look at this bitch got aluminum. I can make that.
They got for you.
Look how proud Moab is. They look just, I'll park my car here. Police ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm a Moabite. I'm a soft target.
Yeah.
4. So answer I, it says, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom.
Yeah, so you're supposed to, eat this truth, man. Spiritually digest it. It's the saying the world food for thought.
But thou hast agreed to give ear and art willing to prophesy. But thou hast no longer space and only to live. So, Most High put the Spirit on us to prophesy. And we're going to bring it out, man. There's going to be a lot of death and destruction out here. This is the time to be prioritizing the truth. Because hey, man, you do not want to be that guy that was, man, I shouldn't have tarried. I should have tarried on the Lord. And the Lord came when I was comfortable. Suddenly I was destroyed without remedy. You do not want to be saying no shit like that, man. You don't want to be that guy that's then shall it be known there was a prophet among you. Man, I was among the prophets. You don't want to be that guy.
It's Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, because can any turn away the wrath of a hungry lion in the woods? So when Yahuwah come, man, he coming to destroy. I mean, he gonna deliver and destroy. But if he ain't a part of that elect, man, there ain't no hope. So it's gonna be a fearful thing.
And the scripture talking about the righteous gonna scarcely be saved. And that's the righteous. I just get the First Peter. You wanna have that thought on you, man, in these last days, like exempt from judgment. Like Apostle Hart said, in history, there was times the Lord had to hold back the angels from destroying Jacob. But this time, the Lord ain't doing it.
Slay utterly old and young.
Different age groups. So it also speaks about in Zephaniah the 1st chapter how the body is going to be plopped out as the dung. So there's going to be dead bodies all over the place, man.
The blood is going to reach the horse's bridle.
And majority of these people, they ain't never saw war, These people faint when they see a dead dog in the street. Oh my gosh, you see the cat? So imagine, a whole neighborhood is just like, damn. And then it reeks of death.
The stench going up,
And you in your car, right? And, faced with two decisions. Either I run these dead bodies over to get to the freeway, or I stay here. Because I don't want to get any blood and flesh on my tires. People gonna be in some fucked up situations. There's another prophecy that speaks about that there shall be none that comfort, those that die. People, loved ones gonna be dying in their arms, and they just gonna have to just
leave them there.
Step over them and leave them, man. Pitiful women have signed their own children. They were their meat in the time of the destruction of the daughter of my people. So people gonna be committing cannibalism.
That's gonna be the woman that. That's gonna be the woman that. Dearly love their kids. Let's be doing that.
I would never do that for my kids. I will feed them before an hour. They're gonna be eating.
It's 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?
It's gonna be terrible for them, man. Because here it is, liberty is open unto these people, but they forsook it and understood it not. But the same shall know it after death by pain. So they're gonna have to experience that pain. And that pain ain't talking about no bee sting. Now I got the truth. That's talking about getting trodden down like the mire in the street. There's a lot of women that's finna get destroyed out here, man.
But it's been sent in the chat, man. It's been all type of judgments on hoes, man. Lee Chicago put an article in the chat that a woman and man got slew in their house, something like that. And he said they probably was committing adultery. You know?
Yeah, because these cats out here, they don't have the hedge of protection, man. Yeah. You know, half of these cats out here, you know, it was a couple of days ago, it was the NFL draft, so they're pretty stoked on the NBA, the NFL. Summer is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on now? Summer is coming, so they want to travel, and you know, they lifting up some of the COVID measures.
Right,
you know,
right.
so maybe we could take that trip this summer. You know, they're not even paying attention to the famine, the looming famine. But see, this is the time, you know, where people is saying peace and safety. Oh, you know, they're not gonna shut down this place again. Hey man, they don't know. Because a lot of people they just surrounded by work. You know, they work so much to where when the weekend comes, they want to go out and party and forget everything. You know? You working 8-10 hours a day, you go home, all you're doing is, you know, eating and taking a shower and getting ready for the next day. When do you got time to keep up with what's going on? So a lot of these people, like I say in the Gospels, they shall come, the Lord gonna come as a thief in the night and catch these people off guard. You know?
It say, verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Down here still.
Because it's going down in Shanghai, China, man. You know, there's a lot of famines out there.
The lockdowns,
you know.
Craziness, man.
Yep.
People yelling out their windows like the Twilight Zone episode, man. It's crazy out there.
And whatever goes on in these other countries is going to come here to America, but it's going to be full effect.
Yeah, the Most High 7 is best for last.
It's going to be intense. Yep.
And then, you know, you got a lot of people that hear about, oh, Shanghai, China, oh, wow, pray for them. You know, not knowing that, look, like you said, it's going to be worse over here. See, people think, oh, it's going on over there. We just say a prayer for them, and you know, let's go to the bar. You know, it's gonna come a time, man, that all this shit. Most already showed the signs on this street, man. You feel me?
That's the ruin this heat.
These two places right here was thriving at one point.
Thriving.
Yep. You know, it's a Denny's and it was a gas station. That shit was just totally brought down.
Yeah, like you said, it was a Denny's and 7-Eleven. Them are two
7-Eleven, right.
places a lot of people go, especially 7-Eleven. It's convenient, you know.
Like the prophecy say, the doors shall be shut in the streets.
And they never open back up, so that shows you that the economy not doing good.
Yeah.
Because if it was doing good, they would have opened it back up.
Somebody would have put that place back in order, you know.
There's people probably living in there on the phone.
Oh, I think it is, man. I really think it is.
Yeah. Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing.
What's the well doing? Going back to what we was talking about. Keeping making this truth your priority. That's your well doing, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because seeing that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of conversation are you to be?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like your call was saying, man, this is the time that you want to be putting your best foot forward, man. You can't be having that easily defeated spirit. Oh man, you know.
So what if people in the world look at you, you know, weird if you're trying to accomplish some things, you know? Like when we went to that tire shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, $100, you know?
Yeah. Well, what we said, all right, whatever. Fuck
I was
you.
thinking,
Yeah.
if we would have got more, they had, you would have been prepared for the other time. But I would have been.
Yeah.
I would have been actually $50.
Yeah, because you know they talk shit about us anyway. Yeah, they talk shit about us anyway. So whatever.
Yeah, because out here, like you said, out here they be all.
They all scared. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of these, you know, people in here, living here, because this is like you see the little Chinese shit all over the place. It's little Tokyo, China, whatever. And a lot of them people that like that dude we saw at the tire shop, their sons and daughters live over here. You know. Sons and daughters live over here. They go and watch over the business. When the father's sick, they watch over the business. But then when you see them, they don't even look your way. But then when you go to their job, they want to be so-called all still.
Right.
All right, okay. Can't wait to rebuke one of you motherfuckers. Okay.
It says, Yahweh committed the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator. We want the Lord to keep our souls, man. We want to be able to make it. Because we don't know what our lot is, but Lord willing, we're able to, stand, before the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, and to not taste death, man.
Yeah.
But that's why it's the Spirit of the Lord that has to be in us to endure.
Like you said, one of the bros was put in the chat right now. 1 dead, 5 injured. So it's a lot of judgment going on, bro. Keep playing if you want to. Keep thinking it's just a weekend and I just want to have a good time. Most High is showing us that nowhere is safe.
Oh shit. Well, 2 killed and crashed on 91 freeway near Wilmington Boulevard.
Yeah, that's all you hear. And then we in the Sabbath right now. And it was a black moon eclipse yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we know anything associated with black is evil. So we could be entering into a very dark time, man. Because let's face it, this Sunday is, like we always say. I'm going to my family house, mom's cooking. Such and such birthday, we having a little get together, a little backyard. Not knowing that the Lord is finna come on these people, man.
This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 11:11. He said, therefore thus saith Yahweh by Shimon Shai, behold, I will bring upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And though they cry unto me, though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Yeah, so these people are not going to be able to escape judgment. Old, young, women. You're going to have that haughty look right now, and you walk into your job, and it's Sunday because you got paid on a Friday, so you think you're in a good case, man. Will the Lord bring that judgment down? Although you cry unto him, God, I know there's a God, please. Most High is not gonna. Hey, Most High ain't gonna hear you because it, like we just said, when it was liberty, you understood it not, but forsook it.
Like the brother was saying in the chat, women think judge ain't gonna never come. They think it's gonna be like this forever.
Well, Esau don't really like I was saying a couple of weeks ago. It's been a very sharp increase in judgment on women. Like every time you turn around, it's women. This one got put to death. That one got put to death. Why haven't Esau came out with the Oh yeah, in the last 2 years,
Right.
black women have been getting judged.
Exactly.
You know, where's those statistics at? You know, but Esau don't do that because he wants these women to be to feel like they're in a good case, man.
Yep. In the paradise.
Yeah. But like the prophecy say, they shall think themselves to be in a good case, then shall evils come upon the earth, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You know, guys like that right there, you might as well forget about him.
Zuckerberg over there.
Yeah. Zelensky, Kyle Zelensky, man.
He flooding and shit.
Bro, he ain't, man, come on now. You think he knows what's going on? All he know how to do is deceive.
They go walk around oblivious to anything because it's their kingdom.
Yeah.
They don't have to know nothing.
I was watching Boondock the other day. I was watching Boondock. Man, it was a little nigga moment.
Boondock?
Yeah. There's a nigga and a nigga had bumped into Esau.
Oh yeah.
It was funny.
It was cool.
Yeah, Esau was like, I don't do nothing. I don't white.
Yo.
I was dying laughing.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, you know what I've been watching too? Ben's watch. I probably didn't watch all of them. South Park, man.
Yeah, they stupid.
That shit is dark, man, bro. They be saying all kind of shit, getting away with it. I'm like, wow. They let this shit be on TV.
The algorithms ain't on for that
Man,
shit.
they not black. They not banning.
They're
none
not
of
watching
that
for shit.
That shit is super racist.
Man.
Pedophilia. You know, just all kind of shit.
They had that one controversial pedophilia episode, yo.
That was with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. But it's dark comedy because they basically be talking about what be going on. But since people see it's little kids, it's 4 little kids right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it ain't that, you know. Hey, I even was watching King of the Hill, man. That shit was funny.
Man, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was funny.
That shit be going into like, you know, the American dream, you know, the house, your neighbors, wife, the kids, college. Them motherfuckers just be depressed to me.
This is Matthew 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
So it's about enduring, you know, enduring your trials and tribulations. Like it's saying Ecclesiastes 2, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Temptation is trials, tribulations, afflictions. You know, you carrying your burdens, man. So you got to endure that. Like we was going into earlier, certain relationships of the world you're going to have to cut off. You know, your woman, she may, you know, leave you. Your children, you know, brothers got children that ain't even hit them up. You stop going to their birthday parties and shit, the kids don't even hit you up no more, man.
And afflictions, they don't stop. They keep coming.
Yeah.
They get, the more and more you grow in the faith, the more intensified they're going to be.
But with balance, the Lord make a way for you to escape.
For you to escape.
You know, so that's why you got to stay calm, apply wisdom, and the Lord will lead you out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like last week with the car situation, and bros would have been, oh man, what the fuck, man?
Always
what
me.
we gonna do? You know, and as the Spirit was directing us, what happened? Okay, well let's just go to the car and let's just walk over there. Walked over there, started examining. Oh, okay. Let's pull some tools out. Pull some tools out. Rose went to the trash can and got some material. Next thing you know, through the Spirit, this car is open, man. So
The trash can just happen to be there. Not gonna like when you play games, like all shit just happen to be there.
Yeah,
right
rifle right there.
Moment. Yeah.
a health kit, a rifle.
Yeah.
That's how the Lord goes.
Like it was a mission on San Andreas. The first mission we had to ride the bikes. Well, yeah, they had to run, but it just happened to be 3 bikes.
Oh, how convenient. Hey, you know. Oh, how convenient.
But the Lord gonna be doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I can use it. Like when we got the sign.
Oh, yeah.
And all this stuff was like happened to be all right there.
Bro, we went to, when we made, through the Spirit made this sign, bro, we didn't know what we was doing, bro. We went in there, Bro was like, get that. Oh, get that. Oh, get that. Next thing you know, he had to sign, man. But sometimes you just gotta, like, literally walk on faith, bro. Like, I know that's just so cliche to say, you know?
The term in the world is let go and let God.
Yeah. I know it sounds so cliche, like, you just gotta have faith, just, you know, but really, that's really how it gotta be. You know? And, you know, let the Lord work his work, and he gonna do everything else.
That's right.
You know, but in a time of adversity, you can't have that wrathful spirit, man, because wrath rests in the bosom of fools. You gotta sit back, you know. Hey, all right now. Yeah. Like Yahuwah did, you know, he knew he was finna get on that cross. What'd he do? He said, you know, let me go pray to the Father. You know, ask the disciples to roll, you know, his inner circle to roll with him. Come on, y'all come roll with me. Keep watch. You know, pray. You know, and then you know, cause you get a little irritated, you know, with certain things. That happens because we in the flesh. You're gonna get irritated. Yahuwah was like, all right, well, come on. You know, then Romans came, Judas came, and you betrayed the Son of Man with a kiss. Yahuwah did what he needed to do. Now we got the truth, the Holy Spirit. So, you know, the Heavenly Father sending his Son, man, that was a mighty work. See, what's going on here?
Because going that cross, man.
Yeah.
You got them big ass nails, peg nails. That's like this long. And your both feet, hands. And your body, the gravity is pulling down as you're on the cross. So the nails in your hands is like hurting your hands at the same time. Tearing them, you know?
Then you got some shit pricking you.
Oh yeah. Like crown of thorns.
Pricking you on your skull.
Then people talking shit about you when you on the cross. You know?
Do you guys believe that clothes mean something? Like everything have a meaning behind something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if somebody wearing all black, that means that person is constantly wearing all black. That means that's a negative person.
Well, none of it.
Yeah, color have vibrations.
Yeah, what does black mean? What does black represent? You know, when you look at witches, they wear what? Black. When you see criminals, thieves, you know, they're known to like do things in darkness.
In the black of night.
So black just have a negative vibration to it, whereas white represents purity, holiness,
Clean.
the light.
Security guards were all black.
Yeah, because sometimes the security guard, he may have to do some shit. The security guard may have to kill somebody. You know? What else?
But especially with uniforms, though.
Yeah.
Uniforms have a certain psychology that come with the uniform.
Yeah.
It alleviates and facilitates the person wearing the uniform so they can do their job
Like,
better.
Right.
like the color red.
Yeah.
It's a saying, they call him red-handed.
Yeah.
And
Blood.
yep, and red,
It's
there's
synonymous.
nation people that are red on the earth.
Yeah.
Which are the
I
so-called
guess
white
you all
men.
know what that black flag represent.
I know what the color represents,
Yeah, the color. Yeah.
but you know,
Do anybody know what the black flag represent?
you know what the American flag represents? Represents basically the conquering of these people on this side, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
They was murdered and got their land taken from them.
Yeah. They came and they put their flag on it and said, this is our territory now. But you got our people that worship the American dream, the American lifestyle. They're worshiping basically a downfall and an uplifting of so-called white people.
Especially every November. When
Yeah.
they get to sit down and have that meal. Commemorative.
Yep. Or 4th of July.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me. Now, I'm a young person that's getting into politics.
Okay. Now, why are you getting in politics?
People is starting to explain everything to me.
Who?
My grandpa, my uncles, engineering workers.
So you trying to get into like voting?
Not just voting.
Well, that's a part of politics. You got to
Well,
vote for these politicians.
I understand about the voting, but the only thing is all because I'm going to school for something and I'm trying to start a company. So they making me work. They also helped me cheat in college because in order for me to get my contract license, I have to work under somebody for 4 years that know everything.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you believe in the Bible or not.
I do.
Okay. Well, in the Bible, it speaks about prophecies. You know what that is? What's prophecy?
Somebody that documents the Bible.
No, publish. They publish the Bible.
Publish things.
They make public the things that the Lord wants done.
Yep.
Right? So the prophecy speaks about this place being destroyed. And there's particular signs leading up to the destruction of this place. So we are in a time and season, because the scriptures speak about times and seasons. We're in a time and season where this system is going to be brought low. It's going to be famine, mass death, all right?
Cannibalism.
These jobs is going to be done away with.
Race wars.
The so-called white man, which his biblical nationality is Esau, he's going to be trying to put an implantable chip into people.
Yeah.
So if you are attached to this system, you're going to end up worshiping the beast. You're going to take this implantable technology and you're going to get destroyed by who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahuwah, so-called black man, right? Now, the Israelites, which are the people of the Lord, are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But the Lord is only concerned about the elect. Now, the elect will hear this word, and they'll repent.
But a lot of people also got to remember this.
This is not for a lot of people, though.
Well, people that were coming up in slavery and all that before they actually started doing things or documenting things like with slavery and all that.
Okay.
Other people is documenting things for the Bible.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So you're trying to say that man switched up the Bible?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is like before you got the government, the first president, you will have kings, a general, an army.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever take a look and walk around Hollywood, do you ever notice the old building, the artwork?
Uh-huh.
Like, how you ever notice like artwork and all that?
It's very satanic.
You believe in pirates?
I believe in wicked people that were set up to do evil stuff. So pirates fall under that banner.
Good answer.
Well, even though I know bad things happen, but all because I say we have people that was on boats back then, that built their own boats, and that also had a cruise ship, such as people on the boat.
Yeah.
Because people were sending mail from other countries.
Okay.
Because certain people knew where they were coming from.
Yeah.
The people that got out in the adventure, they documented everything. So the people that got out in the adventure to explore the world, they met other people and said, how could we make this a business? How could we?
So what's the point? What you want to say? how does that correlate to what we said as far as the prophecies and destruction and the so-called white man, the government, the shadow government pushing out this NWO on the people? How does that correlate to what we was talking about? So our message out here is to teach these people on the sign, repent and believe the gospel, because destruction is coming, and to warn them that so-called white man,
Well,
the devil
excuse
that
me,
the Bible speaks.
I'm part white. I don't know what race I am. I'm a mutt.
You're an Israelite. That's what you are.
Yeah, you're Israelite.
You're an Israelite.
All I know is I got Creole, Irish, Chinese.
Yeah, Israelites were scattered in all those. Creole goes back to the French, which you have Israelites all in Europe. You had Israelites in Asia, you know? So, but we're not going off of that, we're going off of spirit. Because we don't judge on the outward appearance, we look at upon the heart. The spirit is that of an Israelite. But the point is, we out here to preach the gospel to our people, and if it resonates with them, we further edify them, and if the Lord want them to come in the truth, they're going to come in the truth. We teach the names of the Lord, which is Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, that's His Son. And if you don't repent and believe the gospel, you're going to suffer the judgment. So, you know, with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone that taught us the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Wild Bible Ball, Shalom.
Yeah.
You guys have a blessed day.